Iranians, two Iraqis, two Albanians, a Syrian and two whose nationality hasn't been made public. The last few days have shown just how difficult it will be for the elected government of this country to overcome what's become known in America as lawfare, the use of legal activism to undermine the policies of an elected government. Joining me now, Alp Mehmet, who's the chairman, of course, of Migration Watch UK. Alp, welcome to you. Are you surprised by what's happening?
No, not at all. I think we all expected it to happen. More importantly is what the courts will decide now. Otherwise, we are in the situation where it doesn't really matter what legislation is passed. Ultimately, it will be the courts that decide. That is not the sort of country we've ever been, frankly, and I think it would be disgraceful if the courts suddenly stopped all those who are going to be sent to Rwanda from flying. I hope that doesn't happen.
That does happen, Alp. Does that not beg the case for primary legislation, some sort of, ultimately the elected officials of the land decide what the law of the land is. If the law isn't working on something as fundamental to voters as this, they can change it.
Well, but that's exactly what's happened. And one of the things that happened with this particular bit of legislation that the removals now are flowing from was that there was a reinterpretation of Article 31 of the Refugee Convention, allowing us to send people to a safe country if they were coming from a safe country. So really, what does Parliament matter if, having gone through the process, passed legislation, rules put in place flowing from that legislation, ultimately those who effectively want open borders, they want anyone who wants asylum, who's looking for asylum, to be able to come here to be granted asylum. Why do we have borders if that is the case? But that is what ultimately we seem to be moving towards, open borders. That's not what the British people want.